Assalamu alaikum, my dear students, and a very good morning to you all. I hope you all are doing great. I'm your teacher, Ms. Jaziba Khurram from the Smart School Sir Syed Ahmad Khan campuses and Gulistan Johar campus. As you all know that this is your science recorded class, and before that we have discussed this chapter birds and their characteristics in very much detail. We saw so many interesting the videos, and we discussed about that how this chapter is going to be, and how we are going to discuss, and we learned so many things in it, that how birds have the feet, how their feather works, how all of their function, how do they do all of the functions, what are the types of the birds. We discussed it all in detail, but it's now time for some copy work now. So let's just move to the next slide. So the topic, as you can see over here, is just words to know and question and answers. So let's move on to the first page, that is obviously the index page, and this is all the work that we have done up till now, line wise, with the chapter Earth as a living planet, changes in living things, growth and development, animals and their food, and now we are going to do our chapter birds and their characteristics. You all know the rule that you will not write any serial number or date in front of the name of the chapter. So the serial number is 9, and today's date, that is 1/10/2020, we are going to do words to know and question and answers. So you know that how you do have to make your index. I am just moving on to the next slide. You can just pause this video and complete your work. Yes, this is the kind of a title page that I liked, and I attached this picture over here, and I know you always show your greatest creativity, that you all just have this talent of showing all of this creativity that you show in each and every class and starting of a new chapter. I just love to watch all of your copies, and when you do make it more, do your work more creativity, show your all of the effort in it. I just love it so much. So the chapter, this is the chapter's title page. I like this picture, I attached it, and I hope, and I just looking forward to see how my students are going to attach more pictures of it. So the name of the chapter, birds in their characteristics, and spelling of characteristics should be very correct, so be very careful while writing it. I will read this spelling as well, that CHARACTERISTICS, characteristics, words and their characteristics. So this was the title page. Moving on from the word topic, words to know, we have to do the topic words to know. Now you have to know the rule that first you have to write date over here, and you will write CW over here. Now moving on to the first one, you all know that why this one is bold lettered, because you have to write it with your blue color pencil. So the topic words to know, number 1 is warm blooded. Warm blooded, what does it mean? Animals which maintain a constant body temperature, means whose body temperature is just constant, they do not change, it does not affect, or it does not change with anything, they are just warm blooded. So even if the temperature is whatever the atmosphere or what surroundings are, their body temperature will remain constant. That are warm blooded animals, are called warm blooded animals. Number 2, claw. Number 2, claw, a sharp, usually curved nail on the foot of an animal, means the kind of a, you can say, a nail kind of a thing that is very sharp. You must have seen it in the eagles, and even on hen, they do have those kind of little sharp edges at the end of their feet and foot. So this is a sharp, usually curved nail on the foot of an animal. Number 3, flight feathers. Feathers in a bird's wings supporting it in flight, means flight feathers are the feathers that help birds to go more above. So these are called flight feathers, feathers in a bird's wing supporting it in
flight means to go more upwards. Number 4, down feathers. Down feathers are small soft feathers that can cover and insulate the whole body of a bird. So what are down feathers? So these are the small and soft feathers that covers and insulate means separating means जुदा करना, like cover कर रहे हैं and then वापस they are going upward, then they are covering, then they are going upward. So this is the whole body of a bird. So these are the down feathers. These the words you have to go write with your blue color pencil, and these lines with your normal pencil. Now moving on to the topic that is our main topic of the chapter as well, that is topic question and answers. You know that you will start this from a very next and new page. You will not continue it right down from the words to know. You all know how to write it, and I love the way that you all maintain your copies, so very well done. Write the date here, that is today's date, and CW over here, and topic should be written नीचे वाली red line की नीचे, not on the red line. I told you this in each and every session, but still I am repeating this again and again and again. I know you all do your work very perfectly, but still follow the instructions properly. Topic question and answers. Question number 1 is, what kind of birds have sharp claws? कौन से birds के sharp claws होते हैं? Like you can also say that पंजे type के, like पंजे कितने sharp होते हैं उनके. So answer is owl, eagle and hawks have sharp claws. And why do they have sharp claws? Because these sharp claws of them help them to actually have a grip on to the target that they have to get for hunting or to eat them as food. So question number 1, what kind of birds have sharp claws? Answer is owl, eagle and hawks have sharp claws. This is the question number 1. Now moving on to the question number 2 is, why do birds have webs between the toes? Why do have birds webs between the toes? So the answer is, the thin skin between webs and toes of birds make it easier to paddle through water. Example, ducks. Why do they have webs and toes? Because the skin on the thin skin between their webs and toes makes it very easier for them to paddle through the water, means to just swim through the water, and the main example of it is ducks. So that actually helps them to swim, and the example of it was, again I'm saying, is ducks. You must have all seen the legs, feet of ducks as well, that their skin, that their webs and toes are connected to each other with the help of a thin skin, and that helps them to paddle. Paddle means to just swim through all the water. That's the nature of the God that has blessed them with such good feet. So example is ducks. Question number 3, name any 2 birds that do not fly. So the names of these animals are that ostrich and penguins do not fly. There are more of example of it, but because only 2 birds have been asked, so that's why I have written down the names. Only you can say that hens do not fly as well. Hens and dogs. There are also so many kinds of birds that do not fly. Ostriches usually they have very heavy bodies, so that's why it's very hard for them to fly. And penguins' body nature is not like that. They usually live in a very cold area, and they mostly live in water and the cold part of the water. So that's why they do not fly as well. So the name of 2 birds that do not fly is ostrich, 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 and penguins, penguins. Penguins do not fly. Question number 4, why do birds have different shapes of beaks? Why they have different shapes of beaks, यानी उनकी चोंच जो होती है, why they are different, why they are different in each and every bird? So the answer is, each bird has a special shape of beak which helps them to pick their food easily. So the answer is very simple. Each bird has its own nature. Each bird has its own body creature that God has blessed them with. So they all need they all are blessed with some different kinds of beaks. Each bird has its different beak, and it helps them to pick the food very easily. So that's why the birds have different shapes of beaks. Question number 5. What do you know about feeding behavior of birds? Means what kind of food do they feed on, and what is the way that they eat? Is that what do you know about feeding behavior of birds? So the answer is birds feed on seeds, small animals, small insects and fruits. So for example, there are 3 kinds of birds that actually feed on seed. Some feed on small insects and some feed on fruits. So let's just have a look at the examples. Sparrow feeds on seeds. Sparrow is a small bird that you can say like you usually see it in Pakistan and Karachi as well. So it is a bird that feeds on the seeds of other things or grains kind of things. So sparrow feeds on seeds or grains. Number 2, duck feeds on small fishes. Duck not only feed on small fishes. I try to make this question answers short, that's why I have written the limited answer, but ducks do feed on other things as well, and one of those things is small fishes. So duck feeds on small fishes as well. Hen feeds on fruits. Hen not only feed on fruit as well, it feeds on vegetables also, and kind of grainy things too. So hen does feed on fruits as well. So I just gave you the example of one seed, one small insects or fishes you can say, or one fruit. So these are the feeding behavior of the birds, that they feed on seed, small insects and fruits. Sparrow feeds on seed, duck feeds on small fishes, hen feeds on fruits. Question number 6. How does a woodpecker make its nest? How does a woodpecker makes its nest? Is a woodpecker cuts a hole in a tree trunk with its beak. As you can know, as with the name of a wood, its name is woodpecker. That means that someone who is just picking, khokla karna darak ko, they do that with the help of their beak. Their beak is so strong. Allah Ta'ala has blessed them with so great beak that they just when they जब अपनी इसकी चोंच ट्री में मारते हैं तो they cut a hole in a tree, and tree trunk means जो ट्री का तना होता है पूरा, जो वो the most जिसके ऊपर ट्री के लीव्स होते हैं, तो दैट पार्ट ट्री ट्रंक इज नोन एज ट्री ट्रंक. सो वो उसमें होल करते हैं अपनी बीक की हेल्प से, एंड दे सिट ऑन दैट होल. सो दैट इज व्हाट देयर नेस्ट इज, एंड इस तरह से वो अपना नेस्ट बनाते हैं. So students, that was it. That was all your words to know and Q&A session in which we discussed that how we are going to do our work, and we discussed have a quick review of the chapter as well. I hope you all liked it too, and till then I want you all to be very careful when you go out, and still the coronavirus situation hasn't ended, so be very careful. Do take care of yourself a lot because you mean a lot to me, and do take care of yourself. Eat as much as healthy food you need to eat, and just take care of yourself. We will inshallah meet soon. Till then, take care of yourself. I am signing off. Allah Hafiz.